I'm going to get a little catty with you. Is that okay? Okay, good. We're not here tonight about gender politics. This is not about gender politics, ladies and gentlemen. And I want you to go out there and tell this story because we are women and some men, very brave men I meant to mention, who want direct responses to some direct questions.
That's right.
Yeah. And it doesn't mean that by asking questions we're being mean to a candidate. Woo! Would you please take us out of the 50s? We can ask those questions, and we need to ask those questions because we, ladies and gentlemen, are informed voters, and we want the information. I'm going to tell you a little something. Stothert has yet to put together a platform that we can see, touch, taste, feel, question. And she really is Dr. No. It's not a good Dr. No. Because Jean, you know, has said no to the non-discrimination ordinance. Nice. Very nice. She said no to building a swimming pool for the families in her area. Lovely. She has said no to UNMC's new cutting-edge cancer research center because obviously she knows no one who's ever dealt with cancer like we do. You know, what exactly, Jean Stothert, are you for? Because I'm confused. All I hear is no. Would you keep our revenue stream the way it is, or would you cut services? See, because you can't have it both ways, Jean Stothert. We're women. We run households. We run businesses. And we know that if we want our services here, we've got to be able to keep that revenue stream up there too. Right. Here's the deal, Jean Stothert, and please, if you see her, let her know I want to ask this. When it comes right down to it, it is either one way or the other. You cannot have it both ways. So you either keep the money coming and give us the services that we've grown to be so accustomed to with the luxury of having Mayor Suttle as our mayor, or cut back on services. And if you're going to do that, Jean, just a couple questions. Going to cut on police? Are you going to cut parks? Are you going to cut the fire department? Oh, don't get me started about the fire department. You know, ladies and gentlemen, Jean had her chance to prove herself to us, didn't she, by negotiating that contract? Yep. That contract, that silly contract that's going to cost you and I and your children millions of dollars. See, she tried to prove herself and she failed. So it's easier now for Jean just to say no and not take a risk because we've got her number. We've got her number, ladies and gentlemen, and we need to call her out on it. So do you see the pattern here? Jean Stothert likes saying no. It's the easy way out because taking a stand may invite criticism, and we saw that with the debate last night. But decisive action is what we have grown to go accustomed to by Mayor Suttle. Right. It's in fact, I would argue, I wonder if you know this little fact, and this is what, you know, if our Chamber of Commerce were worth the tea in China, they'd be putting this out here. The Brookings Institute has named Omaha the number one city. Number one city to bounce back from the recession. Yes. Why are we not hearing that? And that doesn't happen when you say no to soccer. So, call me crazy, but I think our city's thriving. I think our city's growing. I think we have jobs and opportunities for people that weren't there years ago. And it's got the whole nation looking at us right now. Because what's going right in Omaha, Nebraska, ladies and gentlemen, is a man that Deb Suttle loves, and it's Mayor Jim Suttle. I ask you, ladies and gentlemen, I would not be worth my weight if I didn't, because I'm a speech teacher and English teacher, give you a call to action. Call to action is this. We can't be lazy. That's right. We can't take this for granted. That's right. We have somebody in the Senate because we did that. You know what I'm talking about? Another woman who didn't say a whole lot. She can't be bad. Okay. We know this. Work. Get your friends and neighbors out. It's going to be 80 degrees. How many neighborhoods can you canvass this weekend? Get your kids out with you. Tell your friends to vote. And vote. I mean vote. Drive them to get there to vote. We cannot take this for granted. Right. Ladies, I thank you for being part of history tonight because this is the most organic